Hey guys, welcome to the Extreme Channel. 2022 is about half over, and let's be honest, it has sucked. But one thing that doesn't suck, besides my wife, is the amazing statues that have arrived thus far in the year. So today we're going to do a countdown of my favorite statue arrivals halfway through the year. And to be completely transparent, the biggest reason we're doing this is I needed a filler video. And I mean, it worked, you're watching. As the Extreme channel is pushing towards 50,000 subscribers, these are just a few of the statues we're giving away on the journey there. If you want to know how to win one, stay tuned for later in the video. Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the Extreme channel. We're all about extreme collectibles. If you're new here, we do content every other day all about high-end collectibles. A lot of times we put them on the review table here. A lot of times we do quirky videos like this. And if you like this video, stay tuned because in a few days we're going to do another video on the most anticipated pieces arriving in 2022. Now, while I know we did that at the beginning of the year, a lot of things have changed, and I need a second filler video. But today we're going to count down my top 10 favorite pieces that have arrived in 2022. One caveat to this: if I no longer own it or somebody sent it to me as a review, then it is not going to be in the countdown. These are only pieces that I bought and still currently own, which is unfortunate because there are some awesome pieces like this Magneto right here that I think would have been in the top 10. Or even this half-scale Spider-Man. And I'm filming this in advance, but by the time it launches, this Rhino statue right here will have arrived to the collection. It's probably the next video. If you want to see details on that, or if you want to see my most anticipated, make sure you've not only liked this video, but you've subscribed to the channel and hit that bell notification. But for now, we're going to kick it off extreme style. That's what I tell Mrs. X when we get into the bedroom. With honorable mention. That's what she tells me when she looks down. So first honorable mention, believe it or not, is this Prime 1 Berserk piece. It's Conrad. I wouldn't have thought he would have been honorable mention, but I really like this little fucker. Mrs. X says that too. The other honorable mention is kind of a dark horse, is this Custom Watcher. I didn't expect to like this as well as I do. Now, it's displayed pretty damn cool, and I think that's the reason why I like it so much. If you want to see what it looks like in the display, I posted pictures on social media. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. Check out the link for those in the description below. Not only for those pictures, but other exclusive content you don't see here on YouTube. But with that, let's start with number 10, and nobody's going to guess number 1. I wouldn't have guessed number 1, and I wrote the list. So number 10 was this 1/4 scale custom Darkseid. Absolutely huge piece. Technically, he's not on a throne, but he's standing next to a throne. I really, really dig this piece. I've always wanted a 1/4 scale awesome Darkseid. I've had some cool ones in the past. And he is definitely one of my favorite statues that have arrived this year in 2022. Second is this custom Spawn. This would have been higher up on the list if the portrait was a little bit bigger. But I'm a big fan of this piece. This is one I actually don't know where to display. As you know, recently I had to move offices and there was a big ordeal with that. But it is definitely a badass piece that I couldn't bring myself to give up. Number 8 is a Venom piece, this custom Venom. I absolutely love this. It was highly anticipated and it did not disappoint. I actually can look at him while I'm filming these videos. I'm looking at him right now, but you can't tell because you can't see what I'm doing. So that's kind of scary because I could be doing something else when you're not watching. Number 7 was also a dark horse. Prime 1 Studios' Merciless Batman. This looked absolutely amazing. I am so stoked. It's the second piece in the Dark Knight metal line that they've done, and I have almost every other piece coming. And since the first 2 pieces were absolutely amazing, I'm betting the rest will be as well. It came right in January, so it did arrive this year, but it's Prime 1 Studios' Harley Quinn. This I waited, I think, 40 months for, believe it or not. Really, really stoked because I absolutely love this. I waited for the perfect Harley Quinn. I think this is the best 1/3 scale on the market, and there are a lot of choices for that. Number 5 is XM Studios' Samurai Penguin. Another one I didn't think I'd like as much as I do, but they just went all out for this piece. He looks so badass, so cool. Like I said, this is what I want my life to be. Birds feeding me food while my fat ass sits on a carriage. Incredible piece. They knock out of the park all of their samurai pieces, it feels like. Number 4 was not a newer piece, but it was newer to me, is this custom Deadpool. Again, a trend here. These top 10 pieces I did not expect to be on the top 10. Well, about half of them. And this is one, especially at number 4. To me, this is the best Deadpool statue ever made, not only because of the switch outs, but the concept, but the paint and sculpt are completely out of this park. Number 3, also a dark horse, this custom Doctor Doom. I think it's the best Doctor Doom not on a throne statue out there. I picked this up. This one, I think, was in process like 3 years. If you recall, I actually reviewed this one in the picture here, which actually wasn't mine, and then I ended up buying one right after that. So this Doctor Doom looks fantastic in my display. I can't wait to show you guys. It's in my Silver Surfer display, but amazing, amazing piece. Number 2 was this custom Spider-Man symbiote piece. This was mind-blowing. In person, you have to see this in person to know how good it is. Absolutely amazing piece. People said they couldn't pull it off. There are a lot of design issues with this, but it doesn't take away from the amazing concept and how cool the statue looks in real life. Number 1 is one that is in a museum pose. It's one with a boring base, and to me right now, if you told me your favorite statue of the year could be one that has a boring museum pose and a boring base, I would say get the hell out of here. And honestly, I'm not a huge fan of this character, not only the character, the actress that played her, but when I look at this, it looks like a miniature version of Gal Gadot sitting in my basement or standing in a boring museum pose. So props to J&D Studios. This is one of my favorite statues in my collection, and I never ever would have thought that because it is so simple. But it is just so elegant. I have a CGC slab that it's based off of right next to it. This 1/3 scale by J&D Wonder Woman from arguably a not so good movie is the favorite statue that has arrived so far this year, and I got it right at the beginning of January 2022. And the crazy thing for me is I look at all these, I think the most anticipated list will probably take the place of about 5 of these when we do the end of the year countdown, if not more, probably 6 or 7. But we'll wait until they get in. Now, before we dive into the contest to win you a free statue, guys, throw down a comment below. I read every single one. What's your favorite thing, extreme thing you bought that has arrived this year? So it doesn't have to be a statue. Maybe you bought something on the black market. Maybe it was a car. Maybe it was a new home. Maybe it was a whole bunch of credit card debt. That's always fun. So throw that down below. I tell you to do that because of this. We will be giving all of these statues away, plus additional ones at every 5,000 subscriber milestone. To win one of these statues, all you have to do is make sure you've liked this video, you've subscribed to the channel, you've hit that bell notification, and then just drop a comment below. Every 5,000 subscriber milestone, we are going to do a random drawing and pick a random comment and give one of these statues away, plus some additional ones I'm not showing right now. The more videos you comment on, the higher your chances are to win. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate it. Please hit that like button, comment below if you haven't. Both of those really help the channel, and I really do appreciate it. Check out some of these other videos. I'll talk to you in 2 days. Take care.